Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lesia and today I'm going to be doing another tag for you and it's called the Reading Habits tag. So let's get into it! I've got some questions here about reading habits that I found quite interesting because every person is a bit different, so I thought it would be fun to do. Anyway, the questions are going to be linked down below in the description, so feel free to use them for your own tag, and I would be glad if you answer some of these questions below in the comment section. So let's go! First question. Do you have a certain place at home for reading? Well, actually no, I don't really have a designated reading place anywhere, but I have a couple of spots that I enjoy. I enjoy reading in bed before sleeping, and I also like sitting in the kitchen by the table, leaning on the windowsill, I think, yeah, that's what you call it, with my bag and just reading casually. Even though it's not very comfortable, I enjoy it because I can put my cup of tea near there and it kind of feels cozy and warm and snuggly and nice. Second question is, do you use a bookmark or a random piece of paper? Actually, I have some bookmarks, but I haven't bought them especially. I just got them as gifts from Book Depository. Here I got 3 of them right here, and I have another one, but mostly before that I used to use all kinds of pieces of paper, tickets, you know, scraps that are lying around in my bag, anything that's right here when I need it, when I need to bookmark the book, that's what I use. So yeah, but now I'm really getting into bookmarks and I would love to find some cool stuff, but for me bookmarks always were the kind of things that I never buy for myself, so I am just accumulating them by mistake, I guess, randomly. Third question is, can you just stop reading or do you have to stop after a chapter or a certain amount of pages? This is a funny one because usually I read in transport. Well, as of late I read in transport, and actually it's nice to have a certain finishing point when you go out of the metro because otherwise you get kind of lost in what's going on. But no, I don't really need a special place. I can just stop reading whenever I feel tired, even if it's mid-paragraph or sentence. But it's nice to have a closing point. So if I'm reading before bedtime, I would love to finish the chapter before going into a new one. Unless I'm feeling so tired that I'm feeling my eyes closed and I'm just like, oh, screw it, I'm just gonna close the book and drift off to sleep. So it's like 50-50 depending on the mood, on the situation, on the things at hand. Question number 4. Do you eat or drink while reading? Actually, I can read some tea. I can read some tea. Actually, I can drink some tea during reading, and actually I have had cases of spilling drinks on books. For example, my Harry Potter 6th volume, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Actually, I think I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like because I've spilled quite a couple of drinks there and the pages are all wavy, but yeah. I don't really eat because then my hands get dirty. If I read on an iPad then it's okay to read and eat or do something else, but if I'm reading a real book then I can't really flip the pages and it's really annoying, so it's mostly drink time. Question number 5. Multitasking, music or TV while reading? I don't really watch TV and read at the same time, but I'm very fond of music. If I'm reading at home, I'm not going to be turning on any music when I'm reading, but if I'm reading in transport, I'm always listening to music to kind of, you know, block everything out. But I can have an issue of hearing some distracting music, so I'm just switching through the playlist until I find something more appropriate to the mood. So I've had this problem not so long ago when I was in a really moody spot, so I turned on some V&V Nation, which can be kind of depressing, heavy style music with gorgeous lyrics. So yeah, that helped. But in another spot, I was like all very tense and everything, and then Thrift Shop just went on from my phone, and I was like, no, don't ruin my mood. 6th question. One book at a time or several at once? I was more of a fan of reading one book at a time until this autumn, I guess, when I discovered the pleasure of combining different books. And usually, well, right now for the last couple of months, I'm just switching between books that I feel like reading. But now I'm sticking to a routine, so I can switch back and forth. Right now I'm still in the middle of reading the next book of The Servant of the Empire. Here, it's right here. I have talked about it before, but I am like 30% through when I stopped because I wanted a break from the book. Does that count if I'm taking a break, does it mean that I'm still reading it? I think it does. Anyway, I'm going to be going back to it soon, so, you know, I'm combining different styles and different stuff that I feel like reading, so it won't get too heavy. The best way to do that is that when you have something more heavy or science-based, this is really useful if you have to study or something, and to combine it with some more easy to read and pleasant genres like fantasy or science fiction and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that way it's really way more fun. Question number 7. Reading at home or everywhere? I can read basically everywhere as long as my neck doesn't hurt or my back from very long sitting. So yeah, I can read in transport, I can read at home, I can read in bed, but then I'm shifting positions a lot. I can read in buses, I can read in moving cars, I can read standing in queues, I can read while walking if it's necessary. So I can read anywhere at all, even on Mars. Question number 8. Reading out loud or silently in your head? Silently in my head, that way I can move between pages real quick. Do you read ahead or even skip pages? I don't tend to read ahead. I will definitely never look ahead to find out what's gonna happen, but I have this issue sometimes when I open the pages and I read on the left page and I get a glimpse with my other eye with some words that are on the other page, and I'm getting all stressed out and I'm blocking it like this, like no, don't look at it, I don't want to know what happens, I'm not that far yet. So yeah, I'm getting that, and also I am getting that issue when I skip pages when some parts are really frustrating or boring. Like I can skip or skim through paragraphs like about nature or trees, but the biggest issue that I've had is probably when I was reading Atlas Shrugged, because there are very long speeches there and I think they're really exaggerated. I mean, I love the book, it's one of my favorites, but the speeches were ridiculously long and I've gotten the point like 5 pages of the speech. I don't need another 10 to get the point. So I've just been looking through it and getting some glimpses until the speech ended, and then I went on with the book. Sin me if you will, it's just my way. Question number 10. Breaking the spine or keeping it like new? Well, I will let you be the judge of that.
Let me show you some used books. No, that was not read well enough yet. No, not that one. Yeah, alright. So, here we go with the Daughter of the Empire. Quite creasy, as you can see. I got creases on this one, I got creases on this one. This is a pretty worn out one, but you can't really see it because it's bright, but yeah, you can fold like this easy. Real easy. Marion Case. Well, Marion Case really suffered, I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah, creases.
It's impossible to read a book and leave it in the same state when you got it, so I'm not really very stressing about that. As long as the book has any sign of that it has been read, I'm considering it a sign of love. So I really don't mind creasing my books as long as pages don't fall out. Do you write in your books? When I was in school I used to write translations for words above text, but I don't find it necessary anymore, so no, I just don't do that. And I have added 2 more questions to this tag. Second to last question is, do you read in ebook format or print? And I have to say that I read in both, and I find both very necessary formats, because for journeys, when you also want to catch up on reading, it's very useful to have an ebook format with you, like an ebook, and read on an iPad or on any other device, even your phone, because these books are practically weightless, and with the ebook technology your eyes also don't get really tired, so it's very useful. It's like a library in your pocket. So yeah, but my heart will forever belong to real books like these. Oh, they feel so nice. I love the cover art, I love the creases, I love the bindings, I love the prints. I love to look at what kind of text there is, like the font. I really care about that kind of stuff. I like the experience, I like the smell of freshly pressed printed books. I like the smell of old bookstores, so I really love these things. So I am forever bound to new books, which is why I sometimes go on hauls and I'm shopping for a lot of books, which is probably not as necessary as you would think, because you can get most of the books online for a lesser price, but for me the experience is just unique. You can't really replace it, it's irreplaceable. My last question for myself and for you is, do you prefer books in paperback or hardcover? So I am having a difficulty with this one. I have to say that I really enjoy paperback because it's more alive. You feel the book open up for you, but it definitely depends on the kind of book, because some books, even if they're in paper book, they just flip right back. And I had an issue with Marion Case's book, The Mercy of Mystery Close. Actually, The Mystery of Mercy Close. Scratch that. Because, you know, you open it like this and it's supposed to be in the middle, but it flips right back. So it was kind of hard reading in transport when you don't really have a lot of space and you're just sitting like this and eyeing it like that. But basically I love paperbacks, but some books are definitely worth having in hardcovers, and I'm really looking forward to reading the Throne of Glass series. I really want to read that, but I'm looking forward to purchasing the whole series in hardback because the cover arts are so amazing and I really want to have them on my shelf. So I'm just going to indulge myself and wait until I can get books in hardcover. So thank you very much for watching. I would really appreciate it if you would pick up this tag and do a video of your own, and let me know in the comments whether you like books in hardback, hardcover and paperback. Here I go again. And just don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's a great month to have you here on my channel. Christmas is nearing, New Year's is nearing, and it's pretty much a wonderful time of the year. So I'm going to be doing my best to film more videos for you guys. I've had a couple of busy weeks lately. I have gone to Tallinn twice and I have prepared 2 beautiful vlogs for you, and I just have to edit them and ready them and make them all pretty and nice and musical. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!